Donkey Kong is a 1981 arcade video game developed and published by Nintendo. It introduced three important names to the global video game industry: Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto, and Mario. These three figures went on to play a significant role in video game history. Mortal Kombat is a fighting game developed and released by Midway in 1992. Its big selling point is its fatalities, end-of-fight moves that often finish off the opponent in a spectacularly gory and bloody fashion. Mortal Kombat is considered one of the greatest video games of all time, spawning numerous sequels and spin-offs over the following years. Mortal Kombat 2 is a 1993 arcade fighting game originally produced by Midway for the arcades in 1993. The game was an unprecedented commercial success and was acclaimed by most critics, receiving many annual awards, but it also caused a major video game controversy due to the series' continuous depiction of graphic violence. Asteroids is a space-themed multi-directional shooter arcade video game designed by Lyle Rains and Ed Logg, released in November 1979 by Atari. Asteroids was one of the first major hits of the golden age of arcade games, and the game was widely imitated, influencing titles such as Defender, Gravatar, and many others. Defender is a horizontally scrolling shooter video game developed by Williams Electronics in 1980 and released for arcades in 1981. It was one of the most important titles of the golden age of arcade video games, selling over 55,000 units to become the company's best-selling game and one of the highest-grossing arcade games ever. NBA Jam is a basketball video game developed and published by Midway for arcades in 1993. The gameplay of NBA Jam is based on Arch Rivals, which was also a 2-on-2 basketball game. However, it was the release of NBA Jam that brought mainstream success to the genre. Ms. Pac-Man is a 1982 maze arcade video game developed by General Computer Corporation and published by Midway. It was acclaimed by critics for its improvements to the original gameplay and for having a female protagonist. Some have described it as superior to Pac-Man. It has been listed among the greatest video games of all time. Street Fighter II is a 2D fighting game developed by Capcom and originally released for arcades in 1991. The use of special command-based moves, a combo system, a 6-button configuration, and a wider selection of playable characters made it hugely popular, grossing an estimated $10 billion in total revenue. Space Invaders is a 1978 shoot-'em-up arcade game developed by Tomohiro Nishikado. Space Invaders is considered one of the most influential video games of all time. It ushered in the golden age of arcade video games and was the inspiration for numerous video games and game designers. Pac-Man, originally called Puck-Man in Japan, is a 1980 maze action video game developed and released by Namco for arcades. The game remains one of the highest-grossing and best-selling games, generating more than $14 billion in revenue, and has an enduring commercial and cultural legacy.